Let's get a quick take on the big news from the U.S. Treasury this week, announcing that Harriet Tubman will appear on the $20 bill and Alexander Hamilton will remain on the $10 bill. In addition, the backs of the $5 and $10 bills will also be altered to honor other historical figures who led both the civil rights and women's suffrage movements. Patty Calhoun from Westward. This is some big changes we heard from the U.S. Treasury, and I just have one basic question. Did a Broadway show save Alexander Hamilton on the $10 bill?
Yes, it did. It definitely saved him and won a Pulitzer in the process. So I'm not a huge fan of revisionist history. I think she's a good choice. I think it's great that they're going to put her on the bill, and it led to this hilarious thing a friend of mine overheard, which was someone said, I don't know why they are going to name the $20 bill after the person who developed the Cherry Creek Shopping Center. And that was Tubman. And so the more history we can remember, if we remember that Harriet Tubman was not a shopping maven, that's good.
Clearly showcasing the need for greater historical education in Colorado. David Copeland from the Independence Institute and DU Law School. Currency changes, is this a big deal for the country?
I think so. And as Patty said, it can add to education, which is sorely needed. Kudos to the Obama administration for being bipartisan and putting a pro-gun Republican on the 20. And people who want to learn more about the great Harriet Tubman, go to davecopel.org, and you can read my February article from America's First Freedom about her and Frederick Douglass.
Penfield Tate, attorney from QTAC Rock, also a longtime state lawmaker. Were the right changes made to the right bills?
You know, that's difficult to say. I think it was time for change, and I think it's a great gesture by Treasury and the President Obama's administration to make these changes, to honor some of these historic figures for all of the reasons that have been mentioned. And who knows, we may see some changes in the years to come with some of our coins, as well as not just the paper currency. So I think it's appropriate to revisit these things every so often, and I'm glad that it's been done.
And rounding out the panel, Ben Gelt, political consultant. Wrap it up for us.
I think it's great. You know, you travel around the world and you see countries producing new currency, and I think it's high time for us to make some changes, and having some more diversity represented on our currency is a positive one.